Hey, I trust you are doing very well there. I want to go live in preparation for also a start tomorrow. And I'd like to give you access to my own style of actually composing a cover letter. You're welcome to this very live session today. And I am very happy to actually be able to take you to where you'll be able to understand my own personal method of writing a cover letter. I won't go much into wasting your time. I just tell that this is tomorrow I'm going to have another session tomorrow 9 p.m. West African time. Now, a cover letter is the opportunity to make a strong first impression. It comes with very unique traits. It conveys why you are actually the ideal candidate for the job. And I'm going to show you the step-by-step guide, one of my step-by-step guide to how actually I craft a standout, let me put it that way, cover letter. Using also some example from the last application that I've made, which actually got me into this position. Before then, allow me to share that despite the fact that I have been the human resources, sometimes we get to the point where we get so much carried that we even lose strength. And I had one cover letter that I was using that wasn't even getting me noticed, and that went on for about 6 weeks or so. But as soon as I shifted gear to this very style, it actually yielded result. This is one of the styles actually. Now, a cover letter has its own format. The first thing is that it must be professional. The format and the structure are very important. They must be professional. What that means is that make sure that you maintain consistency in fonts. Make sure that you maintain consistency in font type and font size. Also, don't play around with with colors and pictures. Those are very important. And you can put your contact information if you want. And I prefer that you date your letters. A lot of persons don't date their letters. And also make sure that you also have something that relates to the employer, if you know it. Your salutation is one key thing as well. A lot of people mess out on the salutation. They just put dear sir, dear madam. Try to personalize your salutation. It has an introduction, it has a body paragraph, it has a conclusion and a call to action. It also has a signature. Those are the items that I make sure that my cover letter has. Now let's talk a bit about the salutation. As much as possible, I try to address my salutation. I don't go for the generic. I don't go for dear sir. I don't go for dear madam. I make sure that I put dear, and then the person. If I don't know the name of the person, then I address it to the office, dear hiring manager. Or dear hiring team. That helps. One way to be able to actually see that is some organizations give you what to use. Now, the other thing I also do is that much as possible, I try to do a strong introduction. I'll call that a hook. Always try to do a strong introduction. Always try to do a strong introduction. Introduce yourself, mention the position you're applying for, and briefly explain why you're interested in that position. Highlight the key qualification and achievement to grab attention. You can even start with the organization. One key way for me to start is after going through your organization, I have noticed ABC. So that is very important. One example would be I am writing to express my interest in this position of senior manager, human resources at company ABC or at organization ABC. With extensive experience in human resource management, organizational development, and recruitment, I am confident in my ability to combine effectively or to contribute effectively to your team. That it's good. You can even tune it better and say, I am writing to express my interest in the senior manager human resources position at company ABC or organization ABC with extensive experience in you mentioned the years and quickly what you have done, and then you move ahead. Or you can decide to put that in paragraphs after the introduction. Then you use 1 or 2 paragraphs to highlight your most relevant achievements and skills, aligning your experience with a job description. I will advise you to utilize bullet points to emphasize key accomplishments. For example, after doing the first introduction that I've told you about, I'll move on now to start using those specific measurable achievements. Make sure that it's specific and it's measurable. And I also connect my experience. Connect my experience with the company's or the organizational goals and values. Now, for example, I would say that as a seasoned leader, I bring a history of driving organizational efficiency and fostering inclusive work environment. Highlighting my qualification include spearheading a resource mobilization project that secured funding of 283 million naira for 3 Nigerian states, providing cross-country HR support to Uganda, facilitating high-stake recruitment across 2 time zones, leading the restructuring of 7 organizational units to enhance the workflow efficiency, and designing ABC. What I mean is that I try as much as possible to put my narrative, and I put in this way. I put it with impact in the result, and the impact is that there must be an action wording there, spearheading, providing, leading, designing. How do I come about that? One way to come about that is for me to check and realize what are the key skills that this position is requiring. Now, I could go on and on and on. The 5th part, which the last part is now, again, try to conclude with impact. You wrap up your cover letter with a summary of your enthusiasm, with a summary by showing passion, and you bring a call to action. Summarize and call to action. Always remember to add the call to action. Reiterate your interest in the position and mention that you are available for further discussion. So I give you an example. The example will be, I welcome the opportunity to discuss how my experience and leadership skills, leadership, aligns with your position, senior manager, human resources role. With my hand-on approach and proven accomplishment, I am confident in my ability to contribute positively to organization or company ABC's objective, which is ABCD. You narrate that. Thank you for considering my applications, and I look forward to the opportunity to speak with you. And when you finish, remember to sign off professionally. Use a professional closing phrase followed by your full name. You could use regard, you could use sincerely, and you add that. When that is done, you will need to double check for grammar. You will need to double check for spelling. You will need to double check for pronunciation error, and ensure the tone is professional yet personal. And after that, you match your letters, tone, and style to the company or to the organization's culture. Try and understand that. Maybe I will do a video in the future onto how do you understand or how do you know the style and the tone of an organization in your application. I will provide a template here for you to take a look at as we are closing, and you will see how I crafted one recently in one of the positions sometime in 2022. Thank you so much for coming online. I trust that you are doing well. Stay well once again, and you're helpful, your career breakthrough sidekick. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. West Africa time, where we'll provide more details on how you can actually craft a